Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Raceway at Western Fair District, London, Ontario. I'm your track announcer, Shannon Doyle, with you for 10 races tonight. With me on the pregame show, it's owner, trainer, breeder, caretaker, Taylor Spitzig. And she's with us tonight. She's got one in the opener, making the first start back off a rest. And we'll get to talking to Taylor a little more in the second part of our show. Right now, we'll go to the HPI play of the day. And it comes up in race number 5. Both myself and Taylor loving the chances here for number 5. Save the Last Dance for Me. You're getting 5-1 in the morning line. A solid second last time out. Alfie Carroll stays on. He should be in the hunt, Taylor.
Definitely. With his last race.
Lots of gate speed right off the front end. Well, he was sitting 2 there, and yeah, he's fitting well again.
Yeah.
Myself and Taylor, our HBI play of the day for tonight. Race 5, number 5. Save the Last Dance for Me. The early pick 3, starting in race number 1. I'm going to use a 2, 3, and 5 to get things started. Taylor will send out number 2, Casimir Priest, off a winning qualifier there in race 1. Over into the second, a 1, 6, and 8 for me. If we get through there, I think we can hit with the 1, Hussey Sport, or the 4, EL Avenger, in race number 3. A 20 center for the early pick 3, the way it looks, 360. The early pick 4 does start in that third race. And no use looking anywhere else than the 1 and 4 once again. Hussey Sport, EL Avenger to start things off. I went 4 deep in race number 4, and in the 5th race tonight, it's a wide open affair, but again, staying with that 5, Save the Last Dance for Me is the HPI play of the day. Loving his chances in there as Alfie Carroll stays on. And in race number 6, I've got the 4, Cedar Dunes. I've got the 5, Terracotta Lad, for some value there. My 20 center, the way it looks, $16 even. Late pick 4, starting in race number 7. And I'm going to the 1, 5, and 9. Number 5, Eva's Best Girl, is back in the winner's circle there last time out. You've got number 9, Poetic Dream, moving in there from the also eligible spot in place of the 2. So another one to think about. 5 deep in race number 8 with another wide open event. 9th race, it's a 2, 3, 5, and 6 for me on the trot. 10th and final, using 1, Chancy's Luck at big odds, a much improved post for that. And the 5, 4-card Major, who was really good last time out. My 20 center for a late pick 4, $24 even. We are going to come back with a whole lot more. Talk about the recent 20-cent high five payouts that have been huge. Had one last night over $8,000. And of course, Taylor Spitzig on the pregame show will discuss her brief career and talk about her season debut tonight. Stick around.
HPIBet.com. Access, rewards, and more.
Hey, welcome back to the pregame show, everyone. You're watching Race Day at the Raceway, Western Fair District. I've got a guest tonight. It's a guest owner, trainer, breeder, and caretaker, Taylor Spitzig, with us tonight. She's got one making the first start back off a rest in race number 1. Before we get to talking to Taylor, the wagering menu for tonight. We've got a low 15% takeout on our super high fives, the pick 4s, and the pick 3 plays. Check out the average payout through the month of February on the super high 5 play. This is a 20-cent average payout all through the month of February, $1,350. It's incredible. That is a go-to wager, and that is why. We're going to hook you up with free program, selection, streaming video. It's all on our website at westernfairdistrict.com. I mentioned a go-to wager being the high 5. Pick 4s are also the go-to wagers here. They begin in races 3 and 7 tonight. And don't forget those high 5s featured in races 6 and 10. Talk about the recent 20-cent payouts. I mentioned the high 5s. And yes, it's all about the high 5s since mid-February. Back in mid-February, I had one just shy of $1,500. It was over $5,000 on the 22nd. Couple of nice ones there in the 27th, and right up to last night, the final race, super high 5 play, one winner on it. The 20-cent return came back at $8,108. That was just incredible. The 20 centers continue to pay well on the high 5 play here at the Raceway. So Taylor Spitzig, I mentioned she's an owner, trainer, breeder, and a caretaker in the business. Any one of those categories your fancy right now? Like, is it the breeding? Is it the training? Caretaking? What do you like?
Definitely the breeding right now, just because it's so new to me and I've learned so much about it in the past year. Like, I claimed Rock and Roll King a couple years ago.
Sure,
He
we
broke
know him,
down,
yeah, right.
and he was still a stallion, so we had some nice mares.
And
we
a
decided to
good-looking
breed.
stallion too, right?
He's handsome. If you ask anybody, he's a good-looking
Just
horse.
ask Chelsea. She'll
Oh,
tell
yeah.
us all about it, right?
She's all over that.
Rock and Roll King, another stallion you got in your barn, a
Twin
good old
B. Raleigh.
trotter, hey, that's
Yep.
very popular around here. Twin B. Raleigh.
Twin B. Raleigh.
Yeah, tell us about his retirement
He-
career.
Well, he's now breeding mares. He bred 4 mares this year.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 on the ground, a 2-year-old and 2 yearlings.
Mhm.
Beautiful. The 2-year-old trot's so nice, just looks just like her old man.
Right on, and you mentioned the breeding part of it now is what you're enjoying the most as far as the racing goes. Foaling season, it's happening now, right?
Right now, yeah. We have Hope's Way. She's hopefully going to have her foal tonight, but hopefully
First
by the
one.
weekend. Yeah, first one.
And we've seen her race, and she's in foal to the king,
She's
right?
in foal to the king, yeah.
All right, we'll look for a hand. Now, before they fold, do you know what's coming? If it's going to be a colt or a filly?
No, we're trying to guess right now. She's carrying kind of low, so we're hoping it's a colt.
Okay.
But, I mean, there's so many old wives' tales to
So
it.
this one is due, and then you've got maybe another half dozen on their way?
Yeah, we have probably 2 months until we have 6 more coming.
Oh, wow.
So April's going to be super busy for us.
Right on. And you've got the one racehorse going tonight there, Casimir
Yeah.
Priest in race number 1. You're going into your 4th full year of training, and your season debut tonight, as mentioned, is the 2, Casimir Priest, a winning qualifier, probably one of the best miles I've seen this horse go.
Yeah, he's
On paper.
Oh, for sure. He's definitely a different horse this year. He had a little difficulties last year finishing off the year. He some heart issues.
Yeah, he just didn't look right to me on track
No.
at the end of it.
He definitely wasn't. I mean, he was like his second last start. He still came 31 second last quarter, which is him. But
Right.
like his last start with Nick Stewart, he just wasn't himself. And I said it was time for a break. I like that horse too much to hurt him.
Sure thing.
So he got some vacation time and he enjoyed every minute of it.
All right, then. Well, that's great, then. Good to have you on the show. And then now for horse players, Taylor's been pretty good at handicapping. We've had her on the show before, and she's done well. Race number 1, then. Let's talk about your chances. Casimir Priest, as mentioned, that is a very sharp
Yeah.
mile. Nothing in here really showing the 2-minute speed. So you're putting him
No.
in where he belongs, really. And, I know
Yeah.
any horse coming off a layoff this time of year, it is tough for them, but the mile says he should fit well there.
And like honestly, he's still really short. We started jogging him January 31st.
Okay.
Qualified him the 17th.
Yeah.
So I mean, but the class has been going so cheap that we had to push him through just to start making money.
Yeah,
It was kind of.
I've noticed you on your Twitter feed watching this class. Oh my, 2,
Yeah,
2, 2,
I
3.
couldn't
We
believe
got to
it.
get my horse back
Like
going, right?
last year, they were going faster, and I was like, my luck, they're gonna start going fast again.
Right on. So it's a 2.85. Taylor's top selections there in race number 1. Over into race number 2, and you're looking outside here. Number 7, Open Skies for Bob McClure.
Yeah. Wolfongs, I know them, and
Mike Weller's been doing all right.
he's been doing really good with their horses. So she's also been a good mare. What did they do? They bumped her up last week, and I don't think she should have been in that class yet.
Right.
So dropping her back down, I think she should be back in the winner's circle, even if
Got
it's
to
from the
put
7.
them in where they can win, right?
Exactly.
All right, over into the 3rd race. A bit of a value player here, but I like your choice here. Number 4, EL Venger from the center, and you're getting Bob McClure again.
She's a classy old mare with 131,000 made lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
They opened the class for her, so I don't know. I don't know how you can go not with her.
Main competition likely comes from the rail there. Travis
Hussey
Henry's
Sport.
been on a great
Mick
run
Nivens
there.
and him have been really good.
Right, over into race number 4. You've got a scratch of your top choice. Originally, number 2, Riddle Me Miss comes out, and that's going to leave you with the 5 now, J Port Sunrise in your
Yeah.
top play.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with Patrick Shepard, I
Right.
find. He's a pretty hot trainer, so
Alfie Carroll, nothing wrong with Alfie.
no.
He's been doing it well. Over into race number 5. Now, this is the one we both like. Save the Last Dance for me. Alfie got along really well with him last time out. Got him off the gate really good.
Yep, and he has the 5 hole again this week, so I feel like if Alfie can get him away in the same position, maybe this time he can strike at the stretch.
I kind of struggled with this race because Winslow now, he's back on the rotation. He's a 46-time winner. And with that rail advantage, they had a win last night, the Connections Brit.
Yeah.
and Nick with EL Rock. So beware of Winslow.
I was going back and forth. I didn't know who to choose,
All right,
to be
tell
honest.
you what, let's box them up in the exactor, 1-5 in the
Sounds
fifth.
like a plan.
Over into race number 6, you're looking outside with one that you were familiar with, Shark Reality.
Yes, I originally trained him when we brought him to Canada. My
Right.
dad bought him in Ohio and brought him over for us. He raced really good. He was second his first start for us in 57 and change. Second start for us, he got interfered with, which I was a little disappointed in because he should have won. He was
Looked like
large.
he
He was
looked
large
like
and in charge coming down the backside there, but it happens. It's a race.
He's one to think about for that high five play in race number 6. Number 4, Cedar Dunes, was really good there last time out, but
Yeah.
he's a bit of a hot and cold horse, that Cedar Dunes.
Yeah, but you also got Craig Gilmore.
Right.
So my dad's going with that one.
All righty, your dad,
Rusty.
Rusty.
Yeah.
He was not really helping you out with your picks, but he was putting in his 2 cents worth,
Yeah,
right?
he's good for that. So.
Shout out to Rusty. Over into race number 7, this 5, Eva's best girl. Tough to go against, eh?
Exactly. Peter Core has been really good with her, so I'm expecting another win or at least another second out of her.
Gotta be in the hunt there. Race number 8, this one starts a late pick 3. You went outside again. It's in a signpost for the 7 Right Away Shark,
Yes.
and the combination of Henry McNiven.
Once again, it would be nice to see that mare back at Mohawk and Woodbine, so maybe this summer. She's been really good, though, over this track, so I can see why they assigned her the 7.
Yeah, she's been doing well at the preferred level here, and maybe taking her shot right now as maybe aged pacing mare of the year in London for 2017. So we'll see how that goes throughout the race meet. Over into race number 9. Another one that's on a roll here. How Mac Gypsy's going to try and make it 3 in a row.
Yeah, well, you can't go wrong again with Isabel Dureau.
Oh, yeah, and partner Rob Shepard, they've been doing it well with this trotter.
And, what was it, last week she went 2-4, but the track off 2 seconds. I think that's the best mile in the whole race.
One thing I notice about this one, though, I don't know how she stays trotting. How Mac Gypsy, she's a little bit rough-gated in behind. Every time she hits a turn, and I'm thinking, okay, can she keep it together? But she manages to do that.
Some just know how to go with it. I guess
Yeah.
it's a trotter thing. You have to learn to go with how
She's got
formed.
a hitch to her giddy up, and it's
it
not
works.
really affecting her.
It may not be pretty, but it works.
Right on. Over into race number 10. Another one that I like, Chancey's Luck. You're getting 10 to 1 in the morning line, and you got to use this horse because the form is really good in the last few outings.
Yeah, and you're coming off the rail. Usually the rail is really good for London. So.
Yeah, much improved post, and probably the best quarter of any one of them coming from off the pace in that last race where we saw a 4-card major win, and there was 4 or 5 across. Again, Chancey's Luck with the rail tonight, 10 to 1. A value player for Taylor
Definitely.
Spitzig. Shout-outs tonight, Taylor?
I got to give one to Lou and Maria back home.
Right on. All part
Yeah,
of Team to the
Team to the
Moon,
Moon.
right? You're part
Yeah.
of Team to the Moon.
Yes, I
It's
am.
a great cause, Team to the Moon, all in support of Breast Cancer Awareness 2017. And you've been with the team for a couple of years
Pretty
now.
much, yeah. I think
Since
this is my
the
second.
get-go?
Pretty much since the beginning. I wasn't in it the first year. It was mostly just Lou's horses, and then second year, I think I was one of the first outsiders to put their horse in.
You know what? It's a great cause. Certainly, breast cancer touches almost every one of us on the planet. And if you'd like to be part of Team to the Moon, you still have time to join up. You can contact Team Director Lou Sorella via Facebook or Twitter. He'd love to have you as part of the team, either enter a horse yourself as a trainer or a driver. Again, Team to the Moon, all in support of Breast Cancer Awareness 2017.
I will be adding more come fall time.
Oh, that's right. You've got
Yeah, I got
some 2-
some
and
more.
3-year-olds in training, right?
Yes, I got some more. So,
All right,
Lou,
some
don't
more.
worry, more are coming.
More additions to Team to the Moon coming this fall via Taylor Spitzig. Thanks so much for joining us in the pregame.
No problem.
Always a pleasure.
Yes.
You've done your homework, obviously, on this card today. Best of luck to our horse players that have tuned in. Let's go back and recap some pick 3 and pick 4 playing. Back in race number 1, I'm going to go 3 deep in the opening 2 legs of a pick 3 play. And over into race 3, using a 1 and 4. 20 center on the early pick 3, $3.60. Tell you what, there was over $8,000 wagered into the race 1 pick 3 pool last night. Over into the third race to start the early pick 4. Got to use Hussey Sport and EL Avenger once again in the third. Then going 4 deep. 5 deep in race number 5, where we've used Save the Last Dance for Me out of post 5. Myself and Taylor all over this one for the HBI play of the day. 4 and 5 in race 6. Race 7 to start tonight's late pick 4. Going to go deep again there in race number 8. 5 deep in fact. Don't ignore the 7. Right Away Shark, says Taylor Spitzig from that outside post. 4 deep in the 9th. Over into the 10th. All over 1. Chancey's Luck at 10 to 1 in the morning line. And number 5, 4-card major could come right back, now being trained by Dwayne Marfisi. So it's $24 for the late pick 4, the way it's looking. Cameraman Trevor standing by. What do you got, Trev? He's in the 5th, and he's going to the rail with Winsell. Now, that was one that we both kind of
On the
liked.
fence.
We had to choose between Winsell or Say the Last Dance for me as an HPI play. We went with the 5. The cameraman picked up on that. He's going to try to get us beat with old Winsell. Winsell, a 46-time winner. The connections, Britt Kennedy, Nick Stewart scoring with a nice victory last night with EL Rock. He was a gutsy winner. All righty, we can get to the closing boards now. Check us out on our website at westernfairdistrict.com. Everything you need is there. Programs, selections, video, and replays dating back to 07. If you've got comments or suggestions, you can send them along to our Director of Racing, Greg Blanchard. He would love to hear from you. Give me a follow on Twitter tonight, at Sugar Doyle. Join the conversation. We've got 10 races this evening getting underway at 6:15. Good luck tonight.